Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, the ban list has dropped out of nowhere. I was not expecting this whatsoever. Kind of just caught me off surprise in a little bit. So it's kind of Twitter ban list kind of thing. It's on my Instagram, pretty much the same thing as how we're going to do it. A little bit surprising. I thought they were going to wait for the YCS at the end of September to do this, but I guess they wanted to drop the ban list before that, which I guess makes sense as well. So again, before we get into it, just ban the floodgates. Honestly, the format's really good. I think if you just ban problematic floodgates, things like Paradise Smasher, things like D-Barrier, shit like that, I think Thrust maybe should go to 1. Honestly, I don't think like any of the decks necessarily need to get hit. Like they'll probably indirectly get hit. Like Obedient School will probably get limited for Yummy, but after that, I'm kind of just expecting this to be a little bit more of a tamer list, just kind of going after problematic cards and then indirect hits to the top deck. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? So I'm going to move to my Instagram page here. So it's right here. I'm making sure everything is captured. Cool. Oh, cool. Go back to it. Okay, Forbidden. Moon of the Closed Heaven. Oh my god. Okay, Splash Mage, King of the Feral Imps, and number 67 Paradise Smasher. Okay, so a little bit more of a heavier ban list, not going to lie with you. So Moon, I guess this is a long time coming. The only reason why Fiendsmith has even been popular, to be honest with you, with Moon being banned, honestly, Fiendsmith, and oh, of course my cat decides to be annoying now. Without Moon, Fiendsmith just is completely unplayable, to be honest with you. So like only the Fiend decks will be able to take advantage of it. Yeah, this pretty much makes it where you can't splash Fiendsmith into anything anymore. So yeah, probably makes sense. Splash Mage, why? Like, I understand this hits Malice, but like, who cares? Like, honestly, like, I don't think going after Malice is the correct way, especially with the other 3 decks, the Justice Hunter decks being more popular than this. I don't know. I guess this is their way of hitting Malice somehow. King of the Feral Imps, I guess this makes it where you can only play Mitsurugi in Mitsurugi. That's the only way you can play it now. You can't just go into a rank 4 into King and then search Habakiri and going from combo from there. So that's the way they're going to hit Mitsurugi. Honestly, don't think it was that much of a problem, but I guess they decided to go for that. And obviously, the most obvious one here is number 67, Paradise Smasher, as well, because yeah, fuck this card. I hate this card. I'm glad it's gone. Fuck this card. It shouldn't be legal with K9 being around, to be honest with you. Glad that is gone. So yeah, honestly, the Forbidden's whatever. Like, Fiendsmith wasn't doing that much. Malice wasn't really doing that much either. Mitsu is like okay. Like, I'm honestly like okay, like whatever. This is kind of a whatever Forbidden list for me. Sure, you probably don't have to worry about these cards being splashed anymore with King and Moon, and then Splash Mage I guess kills Malice, but honestly, I guess that's fine. I don't know. I don't really care about that. But Paradise Smasher, I'm glad to see that. Okay, now for the limited list. Oh my god, holy shit. Okay, Extra Ryzel, okay. They're going after the Malice and Ryzel. I guess they're just going to completely kill those decks so they can sell Justice Hunters. Okay, I guess so. So X Ryzel, yeah, makes sense because it's the best card in Ryzel. So if you're going to hit something in Ryzel, might as well hit that. Malice P. Dormouse, yeah, that also makes sense if you're going to go after Malice. But you banned Splash Mage. I don't know why you're going so hard after these decks. Vanquish Soul Raisin. Yep. Yeah, Vanquish Soul was somehow going to get hit. Either that or Stake Your Soul. They decided to go for Raisin, which is perfectly fine. I'm fine with that. They're going to somehow hit Vanquish Soul, especially since it did win Worlds. Fiendsmith Lacrima is finally back because the new time rules makes it where the burn doesn't really matter, but with Moon ban, that doesn't necessarily matter either. With Moon being gone, this isn't going to be that much of a problem. Link Karibo. We're bringing back Link Karibo with Yummy in the format. What? Okay, whatever. It's a fine. Like, it probably shouldn't have been banned in the first place, if we're going to be honest. But it's fine with being back. But this is just a weird time to bring it back. I guess Yummy can use it, but I don't know if Yummy is really going to use it, to be honest with you. Summon Sorceress, okay, that is also just an errata card that's coming back to 1. That's pretty much on everyone's ban list predictions. Herald of the Arclight going to 1. I guess Yummy still has Herald of the Arclight, but now you can't make 1 and then make a second one during your opponent's turn as well. So I guess that matters, but still 1 Herald of the Arclight is still enough. Zodiac Trident is really cool. I do like the Zodiac Trident quite a lot. Honestly, if we're going to have Detonator in the format, this is perfectly fine to come back. Crystron Inclusion. Wow, they went after Crystron. Wow, that's wild as fuck. So I guess their indirect hits to the K9 cards were hitting Raisin and Inclusion. I guess that's the way you can do that. Obedient School. Okay, Obedient School. I think everyone pretty much guessed this as well because it's Obedient School. Yummy is very powerful, especially with Marshmallow coming out. Stake Your Soul also got limited. That's also insane. So they hit Raisin and Stake Your Soul. That's kind of insane. I guess I was predicting they were going to do one or the other, but they went after both, which is kind of insane. And then Solemn Judgment. I'm actually glad Solemn Judgment's here. Judgment's been a very problematic card just in side decks, being able to just stop anything floodgate-wise. Again, I think there's other cards that are problems like that, like D-Barrier, Thrust. Thrust being able to set any floodgate, D-Barrier, stuff like that. And looking at the limited list, it looks like they didn't hit any of that. But Judgment, I'm glad is going to 1, because Judgment was also kind of a part of that as well. Being able just to Judgment something to make sure they can't play is kind of just really dumb. I really don't like that. But yeah, so honestly, I'm fine with this limited list. Like, it's indirect hits to the K9 by hitting both Vanquish Soul and Crystron. Obedient School going to 1 hits the Yummy. I guess Herald the Arclight also hits Yummy, but again, I don't think that's necessarily going to matter as much. They're pretty much killing off Malice and Rizal by limiting their best cards as well. Now onto the semi-limited list. Branded Fusion! Let's fucking go! I'm glad with this. I can play my Branded Draco Tail with 2 Branded Fusions now. That's really it. This is perfectly fine to go to 2. This does whatever. This is the only semi-limited card it looks like as well. And for unlimited, Glow Up Bulb makes sense. This card is fine, perfectly fine. Masterpiece, the True Draco Slaying King. It was doing nothing at 1. Is probably fine at 3. Morphing Jar is probably fine at 3. Sky Blaster, probably also fine at 3 as well. It wasn't doing anything at 1. Like, this is like, it summons tokens, but like, it's whatever. It's fine for the metagame right now. Snake Eyes, Ash, and Poplar also makes sense to go to 3. These cards are doing nothing without OSS. Digonic Diagram going to 3 as well, because the new Draco support coming out in Doom and Dimensions. Lightning Storm. Okay, yeah, this was one of those randomly cards that were just at 2 for some reason. I guess they're putting it to 3. Doesn't it really necessarily make that much of a difference? And Zodiac Barrage as well. That's perfectly fine. They gave Dryden back, but again, I think that's perfectly fine. I think Dryden and Barrage are perfectly fine to be in this metagame as well. So for the semis, the unlimiteds pretty much do nothing. The semi-limited, Branded Fusion's cool, but I don't think it's really going to do anything. The limits, they're pretty much just killing off, pretty much this ban list is you killed off Malice and Rizal and making way for Justice Hunters. You also killed Fiendsmith as well because you banned Moon. So pretty much, so the rogue decks are dead, and the top decks are still the top decks right now. Like, obviously, it's going to be a little bit weird because Vanquish Soul is hit pretty hard with this, even though I think they'll probably still be fine. Raisin and Stake Your Soul both going to 1 is pretty rough. Crystron Inclusion is also kind of insane that they limited that. I thought they weren't going to go after the Crystron cards, to be honest with you, but I guess they really wanted to hit K9 somehow, so they went after those cards as well. Everything else on this is like perfectly fine, to be honest. Like, Obedient School is perfectly fine going to 1. I'm glad that did happen. Judgment, I'm actually happy to see as well there. Like, Lacrima makes sense because Moon is banned now. Again, this ban list just pretty much killed off the last format, basically, before Justice Hunters. So, Malice, Rizal, Fiendsmith, and by technicality Mitsurugi, because it can't be splashed anymore because of the king. I still think Mitsurugi is there. Like, this is perfectly fine. Mitsu is still a playable deck, so I'm perfectly fine with this. I don't think it was really necessary. The really weird one for me was Splash Mage. Why the fuck would you ban Splash Mage, to be honest with you? I guess they just really wanted to kill Malice, I guess. That's like the reason why they probably did this, but Splash Mage, whatever. Like, Splash Mage, this, I honestly don't think this should be banned. But I guess they're just trying to kill Malice. So, overall, they just killed off Malice and Rizal, and they're just making way for the Justice Hunter decks to be the top dogs in this format. It's pretty much what this ban list is trying to do. Obviously, indirect hits were happened to the Justice Hunter decks, but they probably should still be playable, especially after Doom and Dimensions, where they all get their support as well. Also, Draco Tail, by the way, did not get hit at all, which I'm perfectly fine with. I'm a Draco Tail player. I'll take that for sure. But I've been rambling for a long time now, so I will end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more content on the channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.